Coming to antihypertensive drugs in pregnancy, and this table is important. What are the important points? Let me tell you, which you need to know, you must know for the exam. Remember that labetalol is the drug of choice. Labetalol is a alpha and beta blocker. Okay, and you can start the dose, if you can remember, to be good. Start at 100 milligram twice a day, and you can go up to a maximum of 2,400 milligrams per day. Very, very important is, so it's the first line, that means a drug of choice. If we give normal beta blockers like atenolol, propranolol, it affects the uteroplacental blood flow, so they cause fetal growth restriction, but not labetalol. Labetalol is safe. But the place where it is contraindicated, and this recently came as a question, where is labetalol contraindicated? Remember, it is contraindicated in an asthmatic patient. It's going to cause bronchoconstriction. Also, in a woman with a known case of arrhythmias. So, two A's, you're not going to give labetalol, asthma, and arrhythmia. Very important to ask very recently. When I was a postgraduate, the drug of choice was alpha methyl dopa. So it's also a very, very safe drug. It's a centrally acting drug. Dose is not important. Don't remember. It has been used for decades and decades and decades. That's why it has an excellent safety profile. Many of the older obstetricians are very comfortable giving this, and that's why it's been continued till today. However, it takes up to 48 hours to act. So the onset of action is a little delayed. It doesn't give an immediate effect. So that's why it's now become the second choice. It also causes postural hypotension, and you can't continue it in the postpartum because many women develop postpartum depression. And next drug which is important is nifedipine. It's a calcium channel blocker. Okay, again, dose is not important. And it causes rapid hypotension. So it's very good for hypertensive emergency. Okay, it can be given orally or sublingually, but it causes, because of the sudden hypotension, it causes dizziness, flushing, and headaches. And again, a drug which is preferred in a hypertensive emergency is hydralazine. Okay, you can give IV and orally. Remember, labetalol is also preferred in an emergency as IV. So, labetalol can be given orally or IV. Hydralazine can also be given orally or, in case of an emergency, IV. Okay, and as I said, we usually reserve this for emergencies. We don't usually give it for routine control of hypertension.